Oh yeah.
And on that note, we're live. Hello.
Oh cool. What's up?
Hi everybody. That's how we're bringing in episode 50. Hi, I'm Eric. He they episode 50 of the Great Pendragon campaign. Colin.
I'm tired. Let's play game with
Games.
knights.
Knights. Knights. I don't know. All right, Jim.
I'm good. I'm on year 2 of my Stardew Valley farm. I finally got a good rhythm for what crops to have and how I should arrange my irrigation systems versus which is my home plot versus ones that I'm drawing income from. I don't really care for the mines that much, but I got a good sword and I'm really feeling it. So it's been a good week.
Wow, you are deep into the manorial system.
Yeah.
If there was a Joja Mart, that's London. Cool. Cold open today because I have a scene prepared. The Blackstone Tower in Rydichin has progressed rapidly since previous remarks. The camera will cut inside this windowless tower to a well lit base, and inside are two gaunt albino men in black, like monk or druid's attire. A teenage girl with black hair, black silks, obviously noble birth, is walking down the stairs from the upper level. My lady, what a surprise! We were not ready, says one of the myrmidons, hoping that their eyes can probably burn a hole in the floor so they can keep their vision trapped so they never meet their master's own. Um, oh, but it looks ready enough. You know, Merlin is back, so we must be ready to give him a warm reception. But, my lady, the tower, its position among the spheres, it'll hold. But I see what you mean. Perhaps a trial is in order. Then I must retire to Lothian per my husband's request. There's a wry smile on the teenager's face. The camera cuts to Rydichin. It is early morning. This is the seat of power of the widow of Lord Statirius. We see the aftermath of a fire that broke out in the keep, and several ravens cawing from the nearby woods at the charred aftermath. All right, we gotta do some winter stuff.
Yeah.
We did. You all were awesome and did some rolls already. And I want to hear your recaps. And I think I already rolled for. If you guys did your justice events and stuff like that, I already rolled for. Okay,
Not yet, no.
got it. Okay, so we'll work on that in a second. Cool. But how about you do a quick recap for the audience about advancements?
Sure. Advancements. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 checks, and not a single one of them advanced. So that was tremendous. Um, Helpfully, no aging penalties this year. So the fell reaper that is time has slowed his careful scything of my character. And I think I took a +5 to something weird. Weird. What did I take +5 to? Oh no, I did a +1 to
Courtesy
battle.
battle.
Battle. Yep, I'm now battle 18, horseman 18. Yeah.
Beautiful. What about Gorthrin?
So Berthrand, let's see, he had dance, fashion, flirt, and sword all go up by 1. Sweeterun, Koanum, Dutta, Giskarin all survive. Uh, Sviderun passes stewardship, crits industry, but here's the big ones. All the stable roles, everybody survives. Lucky Cat is alive. No kittens
Hmm.
this year. 2 foals. 3 of them turned 5 years old. Seriously, 5 years. I took a +1 sword as my training, so I now have a 20 sword, and I got 1105 glory. And with that passing the 2K threshold, I took a +1 con. So Orthrin is sitting at, for those of you keeping track, size 18, dex 9, strength 15, con 14.
Nice.
I'm
Loving it.
really
I
loving it. Yeah.
I omitted the all important stable roll, and that's my mistake. 2 of my horses died, both
Oh no.
Roundseas, Beetle Boy and Magda. They both died. So, my squire is riding a fucking mule right now.
He's riding Theagrius, Don
uh,
Quixote style. Hopefully they don't have a
no,
windmill.
no.
No,
He's riding Cuthbert,
are you
who's my riding horse.
you don't want to rename him Rocinante?
No, no. I am owed
All
one
right.
horse in 511. So I've been noodling on what that horse's name is going to be, but that's a charger. I'm hoping in the coming years, gonna refill those Rounceys because I don't want to fucking pay for them.
Yeah.
How do I know what kind of horse the foals grow up to be?
Male or female? You mean, or
No, like Rouncy, Sumter
well, they're.
horse.
I don't think you can cross between them. I think what it is what it is. It's
Okay,
considered
well,
the
really
replacement that you're rearing, basically.
gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, because we only have 8 sort of slots,
Yeah.
Right.
so I've been just like, if I've got that one slot open, I'm only rolling for the charger because that's the only one I
Sure.
give a shit about.
Sure. Yeah, I'm at with these 3 right here. I've got 2 left open. I've been keeping track of who, like, so far every year my courser has that I've rolled for it had a foal. But this year I guess I have a foal, a Sumter, and a Rouncy. So 2 of each now.
Oof.
And then 2 spots open.
Oh,
Awesome.
okay. I am expected a horse then. I just rolled for my Rounceys. One of them did sire something before they died. That's expected in. What year is it?
It is. We're at the. This was 507. So
Okay.
5 years.
So 5 years, 507 is 512. Okay. So I'm owed a Rouncey in 512. Done. Nice.
All right. Let's continue then our winter recap with our spreadsheets. Thank you all for doing those skills. And I'm not gonna lie, as soon as you said all of those stats, Jim, my mind immediately went to like, damn, I want to play that game. Every stat that you just listed was like, those are stats in the game. Those are the only stats in the game. Dance floor, sword. It's like, yeah, this is
Right.
it. that is correct.
Microlight Pendragon.
Yeah. World of Pendragon.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna write that. That's my next
Good.
shitpost game. Is gonna be Microlight Pendragon.
My unironic microlight Pendragon would be an Aegon hack of it. Pendragon. Like it already fits.
Oh my god.
You just gotta tweak a little bit of the chivalry and your name, and I don't know. Anyways, we're not.
What islands are like?
You're here to see us roll dice and kill people and get sad about our dads, not to talk about game design. So spreadsheets. I will keep us on track here.
Royd Schweitz.
So I already rolled, and which one was gun it? We have to do your peasants though first.
Yep. Did not roll that because I knew there was like stuff I'm waiting on.
Right. We have to do our justice event.
Yeah. For just, I rolled a 9, which is a success for me.
Yellow is justice. An unconvincing farmer and a basic poor old widow about an ownership of a cow. Your standard.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They got a 15 though. All right. Did your just roll beat a 2?
Yes.
Okay. Then you're getting a minus. Then you're not going to -5 from that part. That affects your hatred. Your hatred doesn't go up.
Right. Correct.
So then now you merge your hatred with your concern and
Yep.
love,
So
roll
love, hatred, love combines for -1. So my concern, I'm rolling at a 5.
All right.
Did not succeed.
That's okay. That just means a 0. I'm filling in the right. I am 507. Also, why is this not? Okay. There was no miscellaneouses this year, so you're rolling against a 14. So you roll your stewardship against misfortune.
Yep. So the stewardship I
remember everything.
rolled is I rolled a 1, which is a success.
That is a success. So I already rolled you, and I failed. So that's why you had a success, and so you have a normal night already set up for you.
Hell yeah. Look at that. Succeeding on a 1. Gwern just limboing under my expectations.
I also had the wrong spreadsheet open. I'm a genius. You're fine. It was still a failure. You're right. Normal. 8-0. That clears you out. You spent your. Now we already did the final costs of your manors, your extra money. You are agreeing to spend that extra 2 that you would be getting back to the church, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So then the expenses are correct, as well as you're donating that rounding error off of it. Just like a real billionaire. For an even 31.
31. Basically doubled my income. My
Yeah.
treasury was sitting at like 16.
It was 22. But yeah.
20, that's...
You gained 10.
Oh yeah, because of the money. Yeah. I got
That's still very good. That's still very, very, very good. Got it. I was going to say it's a banneret year for you.
Banneret year.
All right. Jim 507. We got to do your peasants. Your justice event. Ooh, an unconvincing widow and a poor farmer. A brawl.
Oh,
About someone's sister.
The farmer is like, Jay started it. I'm but a poor old widow.
All right. They have a 20 to this roll. This is how good this farmer is here. They have something.
Prisoner just keeps getting out lawyered by his peasants.
Yeah, I love it. You've got weird fucking peasants, man.
Man, they really are weird.
They pass. The best thing you do is just not piss them off. That's your best thing you can do as your landlord.
It's sort of a mutually assured destruction.
Yeah. Did you test just? Okay. The convincing farmer has a pretty good case.
I'm but a poor widow. I didn't punch anyone, no matter how fat his stupid head is. See what I mean? She came at me.
His head was dented before I saw it.
That's the widow punches. We don't call her that for a lark.
He puts up with this.
Your hatred. So you failed. Increase your hatred of landlord by 1.
Yeah, his father, he doesn't rule my way just because I ain't pretty like the other peasant girls.
All right. All right. I settle splitting you up. All right. I'll take you to Panera.
Crack hatred on.
I don't know.
I don't know that I know what my hatred is.
It was reset to. It was reset to you. I flirted with the idea that your past hatred should be halved and then you reduce it, or like it starts at 5 and then every year you're there, as you become more and more familiar with them, it goes down by 1. But like I thought that's too much accounting for us. That it should just be whatever. It just started 0. But I'm pretty sure it was at -1 beforehand.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure you don't have a love of them, so I'm pretty sure you're at 0.
I don't have a love of them.
You need to buy them stuff. You need to buy them
sure.
things to improve their concern.
To get them a bunch of.
So far, it's fine, but
yeah, they just all right. I don't have to call them or anything.
Yeah, I don't know. I would just track it under like holdings or your own notes or whatever you want to do or something.
Overall, I like the new character sheet. Ability to track like holdings.
That's the part
look,
I'm missing the
look,
most.
So I have an update on that because I spoke to Cassie who designed it. I can edit it and like Cassie's playing again. Like I could do it, but the problem is that Cassie wrote this sheet in some like weird like Vim UI code, and so that when I try to open it and edit it, it's entirely just a single block of text. There's no formatting whatsoever. It's literally just a wall of text because of the way their editor works. And so it looks perfect in that editor. And I just don't have that editor installed. So it's like, okay.
I think it's an interesting point of design. Like what sheet you find useful, even when you're playing the same game. It's why we have 15 billion versions of a D&D character sheet, you know? Because depending on the game, the same sheet is not useful.
Oh yeah.
Entirely.
Think piece.
Well,
sure.
And this is something that John preaches a lot, but like the character sheet is the primary interfacing component of a player. It's not the book. It's not even the other person. Yeah, he makes character sheets.
Make the character sheets before the rules.
Yes, but he does it in a way that he thinks about what the player does, like what the player needs to play.
Sure.
So like
that's why I rewrite my character sheets all the time. Like if I'm leveled up or something, I'll just complete. Oh yeah, I remember this thing. I forgot. Kind of thing.
Yeah, it's iterative. Sorry, again, we're talking about game design. I'm sorry.
That's right. I've been filming episodes all day today, so it's where my mind is at. I will need to be reined in.
That's fine. All right.
It's the next Justice event.
Right. Rogue player.
So
all right. My hate of landlord is one worse than it was.
So I assume you auto fail. Well,
yeah.
It was at best a 0. I'm pretty sure last year it was a negative. I didn't rewatch the winter phase, but I'm pretty sure it was a negative. We were in a situation where you also couldn't succeed. Which also means then your hatred will increase again. So you're in a death spiral with your hatred of your people.
Yeah.
It literally just means you gotta dump a bunch of money into it.
Which I kind of like, actually.
It's like that, or there's other ways to deal with it, though, right? Like I'm not
hang the miller.
I was gonna say like worthlessly joker. I'm only half joking for him, but there is an option to just like fleece your peasants, like Dread Nottingham style, you know.
Shoot the moon and become the Dread Lord of Cholderton.
Right, yeah.
Once you get to minus 20 hatred, it just becomes
you know what? We'll see what we can get them. I'm splurged. I bought that orchard. We can get something.
Gotta sit tight. I'm giving you yours pairs.
Yeah.
Peasants, I'm proud to announce I've finally moved the burning pile of turds that you've been living next to for 3 decades. It is now on the other end of the street. Ooh. You're welcome. Oh, we're being spoiled by me lord.
Big money. Our way.
I can almost catch my breath when I sleep at night.
No, my lord, put it back. And they go like a human. They make a human chain. It's our shit mound, my lord.
He's taking our turds now. He's burgling our turds, he is.
Oh, God.
Leastwise, the previous lord only burgled us when we were dead, being a necromancer in sorts.
Remember when this game was serious?
Oh, yeah.
This was all Jen.
So, yeah. So Gorthman fails his justice roll.
Yes. Now, so that means that your hatred will go. Your hatred goes up by 1.
Mm-hmm.
You test your concern of your
1. I think. Yeah. No, it's 0. He hasn't done anything to help them either.
Yeah. So it doesn't. So that's a fail. So yeah.
So how did you get out of this death spiral then? Like, other than just dumping a bunch of money, is there any other way? Like, is there a way to raise concern of peasants? There's some means.
I haven't thought about it, but probably.
Okay. I know in like the sort of vanilla rules, I think there are some things you can build that automatically are associated with concern of. It's like building like footpaths. I think
is like
peasants love their footpaths.
And they love bakeries was the other one. They love bakeries. That's
yeah,
why
I
we
was gonna
keep
say,
joking
that's
about
what-
Panera.
That's what Irwin built. He built 2 of them.
Yeah.
Two
And
you're
also-
ready.
flush.
And also just hang the miller, like just hang a couple millers, and
Yeah.
they'll be like, "Oh, he knows our
Yeah.
plight."
Oh, did we? Yeah, did we talk about why millers are like the absolute disgraceful people in the entire world?
Like 3 times, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, they're the Elon Musks of medieval period. Okay. Cool. Like 3 times. I
Not
love
to
that
dampen
game.
your enthusiasm,
I have
but it has
no-
come up.
We're a riot at parties, everybody. All right. I absolutely whiffed my roll for stewardship.
Okay.
So you're going to probably succeed even if you fail. No, I didn't
Well,
fumble.
I
So
rolled my I pre-rolled my stewardships. I passed stewardship
oh, nice.
for Peter and crit, whatever that means.
That just gives you the check on that. It doesn't give you an additional dollar or anything like that. But that means, I believe, if I fail and you succeed, you live at a normal life. So you're breaking even there.
Yeah, I succeeded with an 11.
Yeah, which in other words basically generates you $4, which is pretty good. From your standard fare of living poorly and then spending the 4. I went ahead and pre-calculated your improvement expenses and factored in everything that you said, and it comes out to being 34 money this year.
That with the dancing instructor.
Yes, that is with the dancing instructor. But didn't you hire a mace instructor as well?
He does that every year. It has not.
Yeah,
paid
okay, that
off
was already
yet, but
factored in. Yeah, you've never gotten that
It
mace.
will.
Okay.
A Libra for a check is.
All right. On that note, I believe we are ready. It is springtime. Colin.
Years.
Gwern had to go buy more bees.
Yeah, that's fair. I think I told him to. So
Yep.
Good job, Gordon.
As your steward, he was unsuccessful at coaxing your bees back home. Hopefully, whatever costs, the empty hive syndrome doesn't come back.
Yep.
Real quick before we get.
Yeah.
Orphan wants to call on Sir Marjorie.
Mhm. Spicy.
Yeah, and he'll arrive, and straight to it. For Marjorie, I'm afraid I have a favor. Her
Oh,
way that Yismael, her husband, and back Lavington.
why would you? Not really. How bad is it?
Bad.
Ah,
Peter is not pleased, and I think she's wrong. Well, I said some things I shouldn't have. I was young.
all right. Does
When
the
I was young, you're in your 20s.
I know, right?
That
My
activated every
slothful
bone in my body.
in my slothful teenage years.
That was like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
We were the same way. It's so annoying.
Really.
You have your own medieval version of Boys of Summer playing. I don't know why. It's my brain. Okay. Yeah. She's going to do this for you. But the problem here is that she's not good enough and smooth enough to make this so like the husband definitely doesn't know that something's up and this is going to start cascading.
He doesn't know.
I mean, as far as you know, he doesn't know.
I assumed he knew.
If you assume
She
he
had
knew,
kids.
I mean, your horses are still capped up. He's not like being passive aggressive to you.
Figured.
Is he? As far as I know, I don't think there's anything that's happened And except that you know that your just town is slowly resenting you.
Sure. Yeah.
Just it's hard to distinguish that from the general
Yeah. I mean, there's this whole
slacking off. Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
it's not that they hate you, it's just that they don't really respect you. That's all. So they
sure.
kind of slack off, they're just like shooting the shit whenever.
Mhm. Time to get a sheriff. Um, uh, or something. All right. So whether it rocks. Listen, the card has been rocked. Things are bad. Letting the guy in on it, like, all right, then they can be upset. I
He
think
is
Gorthrin's attitude is like, yeah, they're gonna be upset. Like,
he is your groom.
he's the groom. It sucks. I'd rather it not. But I don't see things with Speederin being repaired
Okay.
until Yispile's gone.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, to be fully transparent, because I did just remember it is the groom.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a -1 on your horse checks this year.
Okay. That's fair.
Okay.
Make a note. I think that's
If you
perfectly
want to
fair.
do that. Okay.
Yeah, because he's gonna and Gorthrin like would let Remarker know like if he can pay for their maintenance.
There's like an exchange.
Right.
Or-
Yeah, they're what, half a Libra a year.
Oh no, I
probably
mean
something.
like she could use another groom. Like grooms are hard to come by. They're good,
Sure. Yeah, it's gonna suck. Like,
right?
but I
It's like a
think
pit
that
crew.
my logic is this: is like Gorthrin is not an idiot. He's just young and ignorant. And so, like, this alliance marriage that he sees at least is pretty much, I don't know. He doesn't want to screw that up. That would suck. It would suck if he was one of the ones who made this worse for everybody. So he's like, yeah, I don't want to have to like tell this person to go live back across the county, risk whatever, but I'd rather that than live with someone who can't stand to see me or let me see my kid.
It's
Sure.
it's easy
It's
to
gonna
tell
suck.
when something's important, even if you don't understand exactly why or how.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, she's nice. She didn't deserve this.
She's way too nice.
You pulled. Well, I'm trying to express the sheer power dynamic in play. That like you could just kill her,
Yeah,
and it would make, and in fact, it would make it worse for her, like your kids and her husband and everything, if she really tried to like do anything other than talk to you in the middle of the night, kind of thing. Like
right,
even that's
yeah.
already like gossipy, right?
Sure. And I think that's more of a 21st
Yeah.
century player. I do think there's a world in which this is not a problem because no one
No.
would say anything because they're a violent man with a sword around.
No, and I'm so glad that you did this, because when you come back, a messenger is awaiting you. It is their name is Defi. They're Sir Defi. They are an agent of Sir Ardor, who is the Seneschal of Salisbury. And Defi here comes over and asks and tells you about your squire choices this year.
Mm-hmm.
And he tells you that you're going to be getting a squire. And he tells you specifically that you're getting a Helid. And he pulls out from his belt a little package of Sarum coins,
Mm-hmm.
the equivalent of 2 Librum. And it says this is for your discretion. And don't go snooping about it.
Okay. Make sure that I'm up to speed. So this messenger,
This
he's
isn't an
basically
optional
like,
thing.
right?
Yeah. This is an agent of the Seneschal of Sarum
Yeah.
pulling strings, saying
Pulling
that
strings.
you get the benefit of being the squire or the lord to the squire.
Gotcha. All right.
You can maybe do like a recognized role about like a Helid like growing up or Sarum. Like, does that even bring any bells? That would be fair. But
Yeah.
this person is deliberately kind of like a nobody.
Sure.
That's why
sure.
I leave it to the dice rather than tell you.
I think I got confused because actually Helid, his half sister, would starting her first year.
Yeah, no, this is a different Helid. Should I change the name? I'm not completely sold to the name.
We
It's gonna be
have-
too, is it too confusing?
We have 19 Fraids. I think we can survive 2 Helids.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
yeah, it's fine. It's
All right.
I'm not confused. I was confused
Yeah,
a
I don't
second
know.
ago. Why are
I swear to
Helids-
God. Yeah, I swear to God, my tables are like 50 deep, but I get the same results.
Well,
Yeah.
they're weighted. I don't know if you're using.
No, they should all be weighted 1.
Okay. I know
Oh,
the
God,
original
of
table
course I
that
break them.
you showed me is, or the source sort of table
Are they?
weighted.
God.
Because I use
How am
them.
I looking at this right now? Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably not.
105 names. Wait 1, just random. Wait 1. Wait 1. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
I don't know. All right.
So because I'm dense, and it's been a long day, the messenger is paying Gorthrin to like just this is gonna happen. Don't raise a fuss about it.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Okay.
Oh yeah, he's not also asking for money from you. No. The other way around. He is saying, my lord Sir Ardor has given, has designated that you will be again, lord to and have the pleasure of squiring Helid. Just
Excellent.
here you go for your troubles, as he says, which is very much like, don't look into it, right?
Yeah. Certainly.
You were picked. I cannot wait for you to figure out who it is. All right. Some other general notes. Based on this time period, and as in like based in spring of this year, that some of the envoys from Escavalon are on their way here. The King Nanteliad is joining you for Easter Feast this year, and his retinue will be here, sparing no expense. Lord Rufus will be hosting them. Gareth.
Yes.
A small envoy from Rhinachan also arrives. Included in this envoy is Anirian.
Oh, he's still alive, huh?
He's he's stuck around.
So I haven't bothered to update my love of Venerian of 9
He's
since
noticed.
it last went down.
Yeah.
I mean, should I just wipe that out?
Let's wipe it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
We're not gonna.
But-
This is not a 5-er. Although there is a king, it's not a 5-er.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Gareth notes it,
It's a
but like
Reaper.
Anarian was the one who sort of ended things.
Yep.
Sweet.
Recall all. Shuffle the deck.
Let's do some appearance check.
Yes.
Gareth
Impossible fashion.
succeeds just barely, so he's at the high table. Looking fine, looking like a silver fox, looking like a bearded Anderson Cooper.
Doot. Ah. Very handsome. Wowie.
And I could use my balance fashion for the fashion roll prediction.
Yeah, you can use your fashion. If you test your fashion, I believe it confers some sort of modifier bonus to your appearance test.
Yeah, I got it right here.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, he's doing that, and then he's spending his skill of 12. 5.
What's your fashion skill?
12.
Okay. So then what does that give you?
Let's see.
It's a success. A success roll is +1 per $1 Libram spent.
At 3. Okay, so
Yep. So you get 3 to your app roll. I don't think you necessarily have to. If you already have jewelry like saved, I don't think you have to necessarily spend the money each run. I think that sort of means you get a bonus equal to how expensive your jewelry is.
But it goes down every year because it's not fashionable, right?
Yeah, but
it's not just that, but it's like cloth and.
Oh, it's never mind.
He's gonna. You can't wear the same.
Buy the new. Yeah, you can't. Yeah. That's true. Okay. For it to matter, you can't wear the same thing twice.
But I keep track of how much money he spent on jewelry because that's loot, right?
Yeah.
Like if he ever gets broken into, that's somebody's made off with the family jewels, literally.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, okay. I'll roll with Pierre.
Nice.
Hell yeah. Welcome to near the Salt Town. Population U. Okay. I believe we are ready to rock and roll.
Yeah. So, because I am bereft East deck, can't draw a single card.
Meat with mustard.
I had meat with mustard last night. There's a barbecue place that delivers. They have this like Carolina style mustard. It's really good on
yummy
chicken. Anyway, Gareth is going to feel out because he's not particularly fostered any real clout in his office, but he wants to get a sense of other influential people's opinions of Rofus. Like, he's the Earl, but like, are people listening to him or capital L listening to him, you know?
Yeah, you spoke to the bishop about it, and he already got their opinion.
I've got the bishop, and being the bishop, we're vibing. I'm down with that. But like, we got a bunch of Castellians, like we got other Vavasseurs and Bannerets in.
Prince Marcus not here. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, the thing that Gareth is interested in is like, how centralized is Rofus's influence? Is he a figurehead for a relatively spread out kind of Salisbury, or are people really invested in him as a leader rather than a figurehead?
Yeah. Yeah, okay. So this would just be sort of like a test for things around. Please give me an intrigue test. I assume you're asking this in a...
Yes, in a coded manner. Oh, fuck me. Oh, wait. No, it doesn't apply to intrigue, does it? The,
Courtesy?
No, geniality.
Geniality. It would.
Oh, it would? In which case it's a crit.
Yeah. It's got to, right?
I don't think so. I think it's just like flirting and a bunch of like...
Geniality is dancing, falconry, flirting, heraldry, intrigue on the list.
Dope. Alright, that's a crit.
So that's a crit. Check your intrigue. You're gonna gain. Okay. So you get to know everything you want to know.
Yeah.
All right. Lord Rofus is very, very much not respected. He is a symbolic head of the Earl. The reason why people wanted him was because he is reminiscent of the Earl, being of the same family, and that's better than a civil war.
Mm-hmm.
But more specifically, he is going for the king Nanteliad to give him legitimacy, and it's very obvious how like Lord Rofus is kind of fawning over King Nanteliad at this feast.
Good, he's fucking brown nosing. Yeah, awesome. That's what I want from my leader. Is just...
anything you want, my lord. And he's like ignoring his wife, like everything he can to just like make sure that they're taken care of. And like it's painful, kinda, you know, like he is not he's just not a good host. and instead he's like really like centered on you in a weird way, like a overexcited waiter, right? Just like in the worst way. And like the king's
Don't like it.
definitely like not feeling great about it.
All right. That
And
sucks.
in fact, like Nanteliad's probably like using you. In fact, you probably are able, if you at any point, to like say like to have a conversation with Nanteliad, who's like, thank God I don't have to fucking talk to this guy. You know what I mean? If you ever wanted to dive in, you
yeah, I'll
definitely
pull him aside and be like, "Forgive me, my lord, for bringing up such dry conversation, but I thought we might discuss the position of and like launch into like, okay, you're moving troops through Salisbury clearly because that's the only military move you have in this shit.
Yeah.
So let's have a short conversation about how we're gonna manage that."
Well, we should definitely talk about it after, my lord. But I think we probably should. I'll give you a little hint about our little surprise. And he goes, Cornwall's not our enemy this year.
Not entirely certain Cornwall was ever an enemy. Just an opponent. Who is your opponent this year, then?
Well, it's kind of half why I'm here, but I'll make an announcement sooner than later. It's an enemy you'll probably be happy to get at.
All my enemies are dead.
Not this one. His son's dead, and he's still... This king is very much alive.
Gareth is gonna hold back what he was gonna say.
Wessex. You're correct. Like, you know it's Wessex. I'm being playful here, but like, you know exactly. He's
Gareth knows it's Wessex, and what he's not saying is Wessex was never my enemy either. Like, you don't get it, man.
You know, he doesn't. He doesn't get it.
No, he doesn't, and that's what Gareth is like. I can't talk to these people like this. And like, it's not my position.
He treats the world as though it is time to paint the map, and he's just like, it's a very like simplistic, good, evil. These guys are bad. You guys obviously fought, so you don't like them. So this is easy. You know what I mean? Like, it's very much like not in the human part of it.
We're trying to play Crusader Kings, and he's playing Total War. Like,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's exactly it. And that's what makes a good king in this team in this time period.
It's true.
A good Total War player. So, good crit. Definitely gain some glory here. Gain 10 glory for that.
And Glorino. 508.
Gorthrin, I believe you have to do a flirting test. Flirting.
All right. I don't want him first.
Got it. There's a way to fade out tracks that are halfway through.
Yeah, he's gonna.
Yes, give us the flirt.
Yeah.
Flirt. We want it, precious.
God, your wife's here, dude.
Right.
But, you know, things have not gotten better.
No.
Big Brian Blessed energy with Gorthrin.
Yeah. He passes. And he's not giving. He's going to give Sweeterin some time, although it is Easter, so he is trying to like at least enjoy himself and engage Sweeterin in some kind of friendly.
Our marriage might be dead. It means I got 3 days to party, and then we can reconcile.
Together, you know.
Look, it's Good Friday.
Come on. Do this whole thing here, didn't you notice?
Yeah. So you're probably just chatting it up with some hotties from Escavalon.
No, he is trying to. He's rolling flirt for Sveterin. Like, is he can either do it for just like a random whoever or like a
Oh.
specific person.
Oh, it's literally flirting with your wife.
Yeah, he wants to.
Not
he's
some
trying
hotties.
Yeah, no, he's trying to be on his best behavior here.
It is like chicken soup for my soul watching like partners and married couples flirt with each other.
I'm gonna.
Yeah.
I
mean, the NPC acts how the NPC.
The GM in me wants to push back on this.
Yeah.
Because when you're flirting, I feel like there has to be some kind of. I feel like the prudent thing would be to flirt with your wife.
Sure.
When you're
roll reckless first.
I don't know. Is that unfair? I'll leave it to you if it's unfair.
I think it's because there's nothing in the flirt description that says
your wife is a hottie though.
Romantic or intimate nature. It's just strike up a friendly comment. Would lead to romance. I
think if you're sort of extempore putting this out there, then the reward should be commiserate to the stakes.
Sure.
So, right, like success is like deepening love, Sweeteroon or something. Failure, you know what I mean.
Could make it worse. Yeah. No, I'm happy. I'm totally happy that he could shit the bed on this and just make it worse. That's equally as satisfying as him like repairing this.
Yeah.
This thing he did. It's you know.
Yeah. Well. Okay. So. All right. I love this.
But I'm happy to do prudent versus reckless.
Well, yeah. Let's do prudent versus reckless. But I think what this looks like is that you are talking to your wife and you are having this conversation, but then you just start getting like kind of distracted from the conversation, and it's like, okay, all right, that's a fumble on prudent.
When the dice have decided something, they aren't shy.
All right, I think the fumble of the prudent though is certainly the answer to the question. Okay. So I guess it doesn't go very well talking to your wife, where like it doesn't. Oh. You flirt with both.
Right.
Oh, we're playing The Sims. Yeah. Okay.
Did I misjudge this?
Yeah, it doesn't really go anywhere, and then you like take a break, and you just God. Maybe like bathroom or something, like there's just air, whatever it is, and like you come back and you're talking to somebody, and then your wife sees you talking to like a bunch of like some Escavalon people who you didn't intentionally like are not flirting with them, but to her it looks like you're flirting with them. Sure. And so it just like any traction is just it's like the war last year. It's just it's a stalemate.
Imagine you're fucking Sweeteroon, right? And you're at this foreign feast for a festival you barely understand. And you like find someone to have a conversation with, some like minor noble from Escavalon, and you're like, oh good, someone I can talk to away from my awkward ass husband. And then your husband comes over and is like, oh baby, I love you. Hey. Are we bringing her home tonight?
Yep. He's like
just goon. Fucking ruin it.
It's absolutely.
There he goes. He's gonna clean up those sheets.
God. She gets up and she's like, Gorthon, I liked it better when you bashed my nose in, and she like straightens up and leaves.
All right. Take this.
And my heart.
Right. Oh. I just we'll see what happens next.
I feel like the people are like, what's with your wife?
Gorthrin's like, I don't know.
She's mad, dude. I don't Saxons, man. I don't. I love it. I love
the. She's mad.
You suggest one Easter threesome, and suddenly you're sleeping on the couch.
I thought we were pagans here. What am I saying?
Oh, God, I love it. I love it so much.
So good.
So bad, but so good.
Mm-hmm.
Cut to politics.
Yeah, there's such. There's like what I love about Pendragon so much is just how melodramatic it is. Yeah, and there is just this element of like wrestling where it's just like over the top. Like, of course it's this egregious.
Yeah. No, he broods. He like
Yeah.
just sits down wherever he was and just like gives it a good long brood.
Well, well, you can enjoy your meat with mustard.
Yep.
All right. Well, for round 2, I'm not going to draw cards. I'm not allowed. System sucks and hates me. It's terrible. I got a 6. I crit on. Do I get 2 geniality for critting on?
You get glory.
Oh right, glory. Okay. So I get the 1 for passing, but I don't get 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Round 2.
Round 2. My instinct is to try and get through to Rofus to like cool his fucking jets. It's not my job. It really isn't my job. I'm not here to babysit the fucking Earl.
Why?
I'm here.
What I mean is like, what are you trying to solve by him cooling his jets? Are you trying to repair like relations so that Salisbury's respectable to Escavalon? Or are you doing this simply because you're just like embarrassed?
No, because I'm embarrassed and I don't want the other Castellans and stuff. Like,
yeah.
Remember, Gareth is very driven by this idea of like, you can have a good king. Uther was not evidence that we shouldn't have a king. Uther was just the wrong king, right? He does believe in feudalism in a way that
just wasn't very just.
Yeah, and so he's like Rofus, man, just put a little effort into being less of a brown nose, and all of your underlings are gonna see that. He doesn't know how to approach that subject.
No. I definitely want to paint the picture if I haven't solidified it already. That like Rofus beforehand was very kind of like reserved in the shadows, not like stealthy skullduggery, but just like never really had the spot. But now that the spotlight's on him, he's just kind of like toxically grown into it, like algae, and like it's just becoming more and more of just like not even cool, just kind of just a pain in the butt.
Yeah. And Gareth is sitting at the high table, resenting that he can't have hijinks down near the salt. Doesn't want to talk to anyone. Yeah. I think
they are deep in talking about astrology cakes.
I think Gareth just drinks. Like, yeah, I think I'm gonna indulge. I think this is a moment of like not despair, not existential despair, but like, man, my job is fucking hard. I'm gonna see what's at the bottom of this wine goblet. So, I believe I test indulgent. Warp. Okay. Indulge. Choose whether you want to share food or get a bit gluttonous. I think I want to be gluttonous with the drink. So I roll indulgent, and if I pass, I get a check. This is not for extra geniality.
Okay.
I'm not good at drinking though. I'm like not indulgent.
You failed at being indulgent.
Yeah. Okay. If you fumble temperate or fail indulgent, roll on intoxication table.
Yes.
That's the one we have.
That's the drinks.
That's the drink and drinks handout.
Yeah. Aptly named drink and drinks.
I've got an indulgent of 7.
You roll indulgent. Yeah, you roll indulgent one more time.
What are
there are modifiers to it. Yes.
Yeah.
So it's not a 5-round feast. You're not feasting the hall of an enemy. I mean, no, I wouldn't even consider. Wine is absolutely served, but I feel like that's too high. I feel like just to say, I'll give it the equivalent of mead, because that's not like that good wine. I'm gonna give it the equivalent of mead being served. So you're getting a
Okay,
plus
so
2 to
this is cheap fucking wine.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the other part. Is like
Okay.
Rolfus is like putting on, like, took his boss to the Olive Garden.
Yep.
You passed though.
Success. Okay.
When you
So,
succeed,
success.
you are drunk.
I am drunk.
You succeeded at drinking.
Flirting, orate, lustful, reckless, indulgent, and valorous are all +5, -5 to everything else. Fantastic.
That is amazing.
I
Right.
think Gorthon, you watch Uncle Gareth hammer back like just slug after slug of this watered down wine. He's got the red lips going on, red teeth.
At some point, just Gorther just salutes you from across the feast hall, just hulking.
You finish your drink while you're like trying to salute, so you can grab another one and like actually salute.
I think Gareth actually winks at Gorthrin. Like
Oh,
that's how you can tell he's drunk. Is he fucking winks. It's not like a super happy like I'm having a great time wink. It's like we're both getting drunk tonight. All right.
Yeah, you're
Let's get
literally
after
alone.
it, buddy.
Your wife's not near you. Gorthrin, yeah, Gorthrin, you look so isolated and alone to Gareth. Like Gareth knows exactly, without even being at the table, knows exactly just what of a terrible situation you're in. Like I imagine you just have that eye, right?
Yeah, no, Gareth is like, yeah, I remember when I married my daughter off without consulting her or my spouse or anyone in the family. Yeah, no, I've been there. I know that seat.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, thankfully, there's salvation to be found at the bottom of this cask. So let's go. Yeah. God. That's so funny.
Awesome.
All right, Gorthrin, lay it on us.
All right, he's sulking. He's done his sulk. I think that I think you go for it right now.
We got the glazed eggs.
Oh, I do get a genius.
Oh, good.
It's always, a success always nets you. No, because I failed the initial roll, so I don't get a genius.
Right. Honey, cinnamon, apple, mead. Yeah, I'll drink that. More food.
I'm a fan of Austin ciders. They have that sweet point between affordable and like quality.
Oh, this is interesting. You're either going to force everyone to be indulgent with food.
Tipsy. Okay, you keep forgetting your manners. It's at the courtesy at -5.
You pretty much you're finding you're finding redemption at the bottom of the buffet, or you're finding it in the bottom of a bottle.
Love these 2 cards. Oh my god.
This is this deck. RN Jesus has determined that this is it.
Good for Gorthrin.
So sorry.
It's a tipsy. If it's a fumble, you nearly embarrassed yourself. Time to depart. I guess okay. So
wait. Before you choose, because there are benefits here. I would like. There is an interruption to the feast, and there is the clinking of glasses for the feast for the announcement from King Nanteliad, and he declares that he is very thankful for the alliance from Salisbury, and the pleasurable company from Lord Rofus and all of you to share your hall, your great city, with the king. And he tells you that he is thrilled to announce that this summer you will be joining him to fight King Curdic and the Wessex Saxons, not renewing our fight with Cornwall. That they have found an agreement upon, and then we will be dealing with those invaders. And there is an immediate question across everyone's mind after he announces it. Everyone cheers, or at least like feigns cheering, right?
Sure.
That's not going to go on deaf ears here. But your own peace, this kind of violates your own peace with Wessex. Some of your own brides are from Wessex.
Yep. Yep. This is
Is this a and there are some so there are there's plenty of conjecture to be had. Is this a loyalty test? Swearing your alliance to Scavalon to see that you will do what needs to be done for him? Is this a rightfulness type, is he just trying to be righteous here? And that this is just about Saxons and there's a lot to be had here.
Yeah. Did I hear right that they've also reached an agreement with Cornwall?
A non-aggression that
Okay.
that
All right.
while until it goes deals with the Saxons, they're not going to go invade your lands while you're gone.
Gareth is unhappy.
Yeah.
Most of Salisbury's unhappy.
Mhm.
Lord Rofus is absolutely trying to lead the cheers here of like, absolutely, we're gonna do this.
Mm-hmm.
But this doesn't sit right, and maybe this helps accentuate your choices here, Gorthrin, because you look at your Saxon wife, you look at Sweeterun, who you're trying to repair, and it just absolutely blew up, and now this giant shitball is just rolling downhill. That you have to go fight basically her family,
Right.
Like
Hey,
you have
honey, hope I don't kill your brother.
like
Hey.
you can only imagine that the entire purpose of you all getting married politically is to avoid like a conflict for multiple years, and here a guy's forcing it, and it's not decided that you have to help him, Gareth. This is part of your intrigue role. Cornwall's held back from Uther for a while. This will absolutely fucking tank your reputation with him. Absolutely tank anything with King Natalia, like as far as like you guys being anything other than just an absolute shit vassal,
Mhm.
But I will say up front that he probably, he's already swung. He's got to swing at the Saxons. And remember, the Angles and the sorry, not the Angles. Everyone but the Angles. So the Sussex Saxons and the Wessex Saxons split that cow in half, right? They're allied together.
Yeah.
So like he kind of needs everyone. His army is pretty big. He can do this. So like you guys sitting out, he probably won't retaliate. He's got too many things to happen here. But we'll talk about it more later, right? But this is definitely going through your head.
This is this already. It's like he's outlining the points of order for the next meeting of the small council.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry, Jim. Just as I rudely interrupted your discussions until he had rudely interrupted your choices of drink or food.
I think
Yeah,
he's like,
my man.
So this is courtesy -5. He's forgetting his manners all over the
Yeah.
Rumbling, sloshing his drink. He's not sitting where he's supposed to sit. All right. I have a decent courtesy. The -5 sucks, but it doesn't. Hey, better than that
Yes.
near fumble.
Yeah. You drink deep from the well of Franzia.
Slap the bag.
Slap
Yeah.
the bags.
He's not yeah, I can see why. He's being singled out, right? People just think he's loud, obnoxious, drunk. Doesn't have to leave, but
No.
Yeah.
You can't stay here.
you can't
All
stay
right.
here.
It's not great. Yeah. not a majestic ending to this feast for you, my friend. Well,
Hey,
what would you like to do, Gareth?
what I would like to do is wring Rofus's scrawny, stupid neck.
Before you as you are imagining the many multitudes of ways you could kill this Earl in anger in your drunkenness, there's a tap on your shoulder. And it's a Nerian who has come up to the top table. So,
Gareth will gesture for an open seat.
am I disturbing your brooding?
Yes, but it's a welcome disturbance.
Wonderful. He sits down, and you're not sure if it's the wine, but his eyes burn deep green. you remember that he, or I'm sorry, I'm pretty sure. I don't have my things open. I'm pretty sure it's he. Uh,
Yeah, I think it's he
yeah,
as well.
he
It was on my
has,
other sheet.
yeah, he has the fairy sight that you had, like that almost
Mm.
otherworldly green, and you're not sure if it's the wine, but you know, he looks at you and goes, "So, how'd you do it?"
Do what?
You're gonna play coy with me?
No, I'm drunk.
He rolls his eyes. Countess Anest, they're passing. Oh my god, you're really gonna play dumb with me?
I assure you, in this moment, there's no mummery afoot.
Are you drunk?
I just did say that, didn't I?
But like, never mind. And like, he's gonna get ready to leave. Like, he was gonna tell you something, but you're too
Yeah,
drunk. Like,
Gareth is gonna like reach
like
out and
I'm drunk.
grab at his
Yeah,
hands and
yeah.
be like, "No, stay. I want to feel young again."
Anarian has kind of a cold demeanor to you. Um, he's like, it's better if I leave, but I know what you did. Anarian has some sort of misconception
Yeah.
about what you've done.
Well, yeah. It's like, what?
Yeah.
All right. Uh, well, for my turn, I would like to spend it trying to find that fucker. Like,
Yeah.
I'll talk to other people.
You're
Like,
like,
the
the
name.
fuck is he? Yeah.
All right. So I've got intrigue at -5.
I
Minus
love it.
5, but +7, so only +2. Look at that. Still fumbled.
You fumbled it.
We're
You run
leaving the
after
party.
Anarian. You run after Anarian. This is clearly what it
I
has to, right?
do not run, to be clear.
You stumble. You stumble from the high table, knocking over the edge corner plates and goblets and stuff as you rush over to Anarian.
It's got to be Acewin who like intercepts and is like, "Father, I think it's time to go home."
Right. Yeah.
And there's just this burning look. Gareth locking eyes with Anarian as Anarian's leaving, and Gareth's like, "The train has left the station, I guess."
Yep. What a great feast.
That sucked.
What an amazing
That was
feast.
great. I loved it. It was terrible.
In your sobriety, in your hangover, Countess Annis of Rydachin has passed away. Lord Satirius' heir, Sir Galesic, has inherited it.
Okay. And contextually, I apparently killed her or something.
Yeah.
Fuck. Alright, that's good.
She died
It's
in a
always
fire.
something. Oh, that happens. It's a very natural way to go.
It's broke. Sorry about that, everyone watching. I had the wrong thing selected. I was trying to go to arrow up and down my notes, and I just like broke the stream. We're good. Yeah, you just missed a feast, Spoon. Okay.
I got my last.
No, you failed tipsy, right?
I didn't fumble.
Oh, you didn't fumble.
Oh, you didn't
Yeah.
fumble it. Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, yeah.
I
Sorry,
misread the same way.
Back to the feast.
But I do think I have 2 host cards.
That means you get to choose.
You do get the luxurious choice of the lady in you. An important lady spends time conversing with you. Or
Correct.
Lord Rofus needs advice. And they can't talk to... I love it. They can't talk to... oh my god.
The hostess desires to speak with you about some problems involving another lady. Like the dead countess?
Oh my god. All right.
All right. It's very blunt about the way Lord Rufus points this, because Lord Rufus has also been a little imbibing.
Mhm. Yeah.
You're married to a Saxon. What's it like? What should I expect from this new heir of Rydachin? Scion of Rydachin, I should say.
Well, very strong sense of their own justice. They they've been wronged. They're very let you know it and hold it against you. He's trying. I think maybe this has caught him off guard. So
Roll intrigue.
I haven't even rolled yet. He's trying to figure out.
Yeah, you're just like, okay, it's that, and trying to see where it goes. You do get your +3 from your geniality.
Yeah. Well, if it's the third round, I got.
Mhm.
Or sorry, 3 for the geniality.
You can't possibly also fumble. Okay, good.
Fails though.
All right.
Are you
Hmm.
not so?
I-
Fumbles
For,
fails it.
I don't know why I was asking you. Forgive me. Like he just leaves. It's like
Yeah.
you give him like, well, they're strong, and yeah, that's nothing. That's not what I was asking. Even though like it sounds like the perfectly reasonable question that you were answering. Yeah. Okay.
All right. The host comes by. This is the second time that it feels like the Earl Rofus has come. It's something of Gorthrin. Like I
This was Erwin's bread and butter, and it's
This
such
is
an
when he got in his good.
Yeah.
Oh, here we
Yeah.
go.
Were you still trying to paint your wife in a positive light? And that, like, how are you reflecting your relationship with Swiderin and that reflection of relationships?
He's definitely reflecting of it, just like, man, they're a whole other people. Kind of thing. Like not necessarily it's terrible, but just we don't get along. Not compatible. We don't
Hmm.
blunder into each other. Yeah, because he's still got a fairly high hatred of Saxons.
Yeah, and
overall.
And what I love about that, it's fine. It's because Lord Rofus is super excited to say to the king, to be like, yeah, well, that's fine. We don't have to worry about that agreement. Don't worry. We'll fix that.
Sure.
And whatever that means.
But I do think this is like person sworn in like last year, all of the Earl. You know,
Yeah.
this is what he's trained for, right? And here at the very beginning of that, it's just all this make a promise and then just break it whenever it's convenient. Sort of, I don't know. And I'm Worthman's low on the totem pole. He's not gonna make a scene, but I don't know that this jives with his sense of his honor. Like he promised, he swore he'd do something. He might not like it. He might not enjoy it, or would have chosen that on his own. But he did promise. Can't make him break a promise.
Yeah. Can you roll a d6 for me? Okay. You did roll a 1. That's incredible. Okay. So in my head I was like, on a 1, he'll make an offhand remark. And so like you still have the Lord, right? And he's asking you these questions, and he's not really getting it like the answer that he wants from you. You describe these things. Yeah, okay. Well, he's like, and how's Helid doing?
Fine.
Good.
Assuming that they've met.
Yeah. Good.
It's fine.
Good.
Thank you.
Yeah, he's like, good. And then he looks back again, like, after like 5 feet later, and turns around and like, good. Dun dun dun.
This early Earl got going on.
Squirrely. Squirrel Rofus.
Earl Rope.
Very much so. Okay, cool. So that will conclude this feast. Calculate y'all's glory. Court cards of geniality. Yeah, so it was a little rough. And this small council is also going to be a little rough about what to do.
Mm-hmm.
You are perfectly able to go to war with Wessex. You could also argue to sit this out. You're the marshal, so the tiebreaker is going to kind of come to you. Most people want to go to war, but if you wanted to persuade and convince people, I think you're in a position to do that. How would you do this, Gareth? Obviously, everyone who's married off has this really sucks because it's basically for nothing. Um,
Gareth is going to make a little speech to the small council
yeah,
and make it very pointed to Lord Rofus that we fought at Adder's Gap to preserve the ability of Salisbury to choose. The ability of Salisbury to define its path until such time there is a new king in Logris, worthy of bending the knee, asking only of us those Christian virtues which we all hold, except for the pagans. I'm not averse to fighting Wessex. I've never stood much against war, especially not when asked to perform it by a lord or king. But if we go to war, let us choose it. Let this be Earl Rofus deciding, and not the cringing before a man you wish to admire you. Nentalad is not a Salisbury. We married daughters and sons so that we may choose. Lord Rofus, do you choose this, or do you wish to please King Nentalad?
I choose this, Gareth. He stares you down. This is where you roll, because this will come down to the rest of the council.
Yep. What am I rolling?
And how dare you insinuate otherwise?
What am I rolling?
Probably making a speech, right?
4-8?
Yeah, making a speech.
This is what I boosted, I think.
That sounds right.
Fuck. Nope.
Yeah. So playing off of exactly what he was saying, is like, and how dare you implore that I would think otherwise, to ingratiate myself just for my own fulfillment. I've had nothing but the fate of Salisbury in my eyes, my mind. And you should be a little more clear-headed at feasts, so maybe you could see that.
As you wish, my lord.
Calling your bumble,
Yeah. Hey. It's fine. Gareth is going to constant stream of cursing on his way out, like to his squires.
To the rest of the council, there's sort of like a speech to him going on, something to the effect of like, we've all lost brothers, we've lost fathers to wars, and this is once more we must muster our forces to go with a good king, so that there will be no more wars.
I think Aeswin is probably waiting outside for Gareth. I think Gareth is making it a point to invite Aeswin, because she's not allowed in the meetings, but she can be like there for like the debriefing.
The door's open and she's very clear about what's
Yeah, like Gareth is conspicuously trying to be like, okay, here's what I do, here's why I do what I do, like transparency, baby. I want my daughter to know the realities and why her father is just so despised in this county.
Yeah, so like Ace Wind's probably like resting on like, like a little like bench or something nearby, right? Like, whatever, like a little stool or something. She's immediately stands up, comes to you. It's like, that didn't sound very good.
Ah, if it sounds good, usually means something terrible as well, just in a different way.
Hmm.
Well, it'll be a chance for you to earn glory, no doubt. Respect and all that. I'm afraid your sister shan't like it much.
So
But
we march with Inteliad's troops.
we do.
His forces number in the thousands.
Yes, well. Their heads are so swollen with self importance, they should be relatively tough to crack.
All right, we're not gonna have time to do the battle tonight, but you all will be summoned to do the battle of Netley Marsh.
It's like Mirkrid Creek. It's a nice evocative name. Netley Marsh.
This is a big boy battle.
Oh.
Yeah, thousands of troops. This will be Gorthrin's first major. I mean, like obviously Order's Gap and stuff, but again, that's
Squire.
glorified skirmish.
It's I think Acewin turns 21 this year. Or turned 21? Oh, hold on. Or that might be next year. That might be next year. Think of it. Get in. Okay, 508 minus when was she born? 487. Yeah, she's
Acewin
21. She's 21 this year. So she would have
knighted.
been knighted. Yeah. So
Oh,
this is
sick.
going to be her first battle as a knight.
Yeah. Well, she's certainly you've raised her smart enough to be apprehensive about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So especially when she says like her forces number in the thousands, and like this is going to be a climactic engagement.
Yeah. Gareth is going to be like, go train with the Knight of Chalderton, Gothrin, and his bloodline. They've always been good for ours. I think they have some sort of tilting field or some nonsense. Yeah. Dope.
Yeah, we'd probably be fighting this shield. Probably off in this.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. You two for
Yep.
sure.
You two definitely. I would be in the center, the right. I know usually
Yeah.
our area is on the right side of our battalion.
Mm-hmm.
In this case, though, you're an auxiliary force that's
Yeah, I was
activated.
gonna say we're probably
Right. In the army, we're not, but like within our subsection, I think
Right.
Yeah.
we're on the right.
All right. Is there anything you want to say to your wife, Orthrin? Then also in
every
Colin.
time he talks to her, he just
Yeah.
yeah, he does. He has
Like,
something.
yeah. What it's torn in a lot of different ways. What do you do?
As you get right off. I don't enjoy this. Don't relish the thought of killing your kin. Breaking my promise.
I know. They do what must be done. And you do what you must be done.
You and I return.
Yes. I'll be raising our child. What's his name? Conehelm? Yeah, Conehelm.
Nice.
Yeah. Get off.
So, very no kiss goodbye. Very
The token.
no token, very cold.
Not the bower. Bower, the roses in the bower, they just you don't even go out.
No. You don't even go in.
Shit.
How do you say that and then take a drink? Like it doesn't even go there anymore. He's like, damn. Yeah. Doesn't even go to the Rose Garden Bower. Yeah. Oh. Oh, I love it. What a game. What about Angrad?
Gareth goes riding with them.
Sure.
I don't think he's making an effort to reconcile the way he did with Acewin, because the breach was different there, right? For Acewin, it was very deeply personal because, like, Gareth married off Glessig, Acewin's twin, right? They were born the
Yeah.
same year. They're twins, and so that kind of seeming disregard probably hit very deeply. Whereas I think Angarod, Gareth thinks that he spurned Angarod in a more general sense of, like, I should have talked to you, but, like,
Yeah.
Gareth has always been very cognizant of the fact that they're not your kids, right?
Yeah. But Angrad is certainly pointing the conversation that you have with her, with them right now over more about what happened at the council and being like, you should have talked sense into the Earl, as in, like, you should have communicated
Yeah.
better. But it's really about your relationship, right?
Yeah. I've often found myself more suited to action than words. It makes me an excellent swordsman.
And a brilliant
me
commander.
Hmm.
But you can't inspire loyalty unless you can give a good speech, unless you communicate. And I've always found being a good communicator requires the ability to listen.
That's why you've always been so excellent horsemanship. I think it's easy to think of horses as large, troublesome bags of meat, but they have feelings. When you look into their eyes, they look right back. You've always been apt to tell when a horse's shoulder is strained or where it chafes as you're riding it.
It may not speak our tongue, but there's certainly a language you can learn to listen to and begin to understand. Like taps the side of the horse.
Yes.
Gives it an apple.
Particularly stubborn horse may have difficulty expressing what it needs or wants, and it may be incapable of speaking to you exactly the manner you need. That doesn't mean that it fails to feel.
No.
Let's...
Horses know that it's not the failure to feel, it's the reticence to return. It's the willingness to try. That's how you learn to break a horse.
Well, I'd very much like to try and make it up to the old blackberry bushes on the hill and overlook the bourne.
Well, if we ride quick, we can meet. We can watch the sunset.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, and we'll have to call it there then. I'm going to call it early, but we're not doing a battle in 20 minutes, and I don't want to split it. So.
Nah. Netley Marsh.
Yes.
I'm gonna fucking die, aren't I?
That would suck.
You're
You're so close.
I'm so close to visiting London once.
This is
Once.
I thought we were going to go before Easter. Go next year.
Yeah, I think that was literally the conversation. It's like, let's go next year. Yeah. You're like Gorthon's talking to Acewin. Aceman's like, father's been talking about visiting London. I think in his words, he said, I want to see if it smells as bad as I remember.
Amazing.
That was terrible.
Y'all, this is an absolute delight. That was good.
Yeah.
Oh man, that feast though.
That was
Real feast.
a rare miss.
Yeah, it was. It's remarkable considering how random a feast can be, yet it can certainly also know exactly what the, what is going on. Like, you know, the sheer randomness of the cards also, I don't know. It's very interesting.
Yeah.
God, nothing like it.
Nothing like
Now
Go.
we're gonna go back on our word on people. So otherwise, we'd have to go back on our word to these.
Really?
Yeah, kind of sucks.
It does.
Here's
It's
the-
way worse than the beginning of the Anarchy.
Here's the thing. Is like it's on Rofus, right? That is one of the burdens of feudalism. That in as much as we are handicapped in terms of what we can like bring to the table and make this fucking guy see reason,
Mhm.
it's also on his head. It's on the Earl's. We do or die. So
Well,
I
yeah.
think for Gareth, it's like I'm not going back on my word. I did everything could. I married off fucking Glessic.
Yeah.
So let's fight. Sure. It's live or die by Rofus.
Yeah. Do you want to be in the Earl's shoes and have to choose this? This sucks.
Gareth is like, yes, I would
His
like to
wife-
be in the Earl's shoes. If
That's
I'm going to
fair.
be this miserable, I might as
wife's-
well be in charge.
Yeah. Yeah. His wife's a Saxon. Like, it sucks, right?
I thought
like,
he married a Welsh lady, right? Because like we went and arranged things with Wessex.
yeah, and you're fighting Wessex.
Yeah, but then because he then married like a Welsh knight to my daughter.
No, but her name is Prince. It's Ethel something.
Yes. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Ethelwolf.
Yeah, Ethelwolf.
Lady Ethelwolf.
Okay.
Lady of Salisbury. I had to search Lady of Salisbury and I found it. Yeah, Ethelwolf.
Okay.
Nope.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, it's not great. It's really not great. Really sucks. But ultimately he has to make the choice. Okay, first off, he is self-aggrandizing himself, right? Obviously, being the good grace of Intiliad, but he's making the choice here that he would rather deal with an allied Intiliad versus an angry Wessex than the other way around.
Mm-hmm.
Especially considering that Wessex just signed up with your other neighboring enemies, the other Saxons. It's just tough. It's just real. Look, I don't know. I can't believe it worked out. Yeah.
Little county. Like you said, all of it's raged above us.
So, yeah.
Better part of 10 years and now.
And in the sense of dramatic irony, Jim, hopefully I was what I was trying to do at the party there when you rolled a 1 is that I was alluding that Helot is the bastard of Lord Rofus.
Okay.
And that
there was some kind of connection going.
Yeah. And that's why you're getting paid to, obviously, like, your character doesn't know it, but just for you, so you can play it if you wanted to find that out. But just like, I don't know, when I rolled that for you as an event, the fact that you also can have your own kids and you just sent those other people around, and then you hear your fucking Earl sending you a bastard who's going to be okay. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
rules for thee, not for me. In the biggest.
I have my second option if Marjorie wasn't able to was to call on Father or Bishop Taven.
Yeah.
And see if there's some kind of like
intermediary.
I have this problem. Can you help me fix it?
Yeah. Absolutely. Be a mediator. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Look after his bastards.
I love it.
That'll have to wait. They're only 5 right now.
Yeah.
Got a few years.
Oh, Spoon missed it. Helot is Helid is Gorthrin's squire.
Different Helid, not
Yeah,
Orthrin's
different Helid.
half-sister. How much did their Defi hand him?
2 Libram.
Lieber?
Sick.
And yeah, he had to rip that band-aid off.
Yeah.
Can't live here. Gonna work. Sucks.
That's rough.
Hopefully none of the horses die.
It's such a good game.
Yeah.
Thank you all. All right. Any announcements, Jim?
Not that I can think of. No, we're at the usual places that you can find WebDM online. So check us out over there.
Oh yeah, Mr. Cool Guy.
I'm tired.
Yeah. Didn't help. Didn't help what happened tonight. Yep. Cool. And then yeah, I'm running my Forbidden Lands game. That's all my announcements. But you've heard that last week. So yeah, that's it. So we'll be back next week, same time, later time, the 5 p.m. start. Hopefully that's easier for you, German and other Europeans getting up super early. So all right, yeah. So we'll be back next week, hopefully, and yeah, we'll see you there for the Battle of Netley Marsh. So take care, everyone.
Eat.
Bye.
See ya.